Hello, I am your course designer and instructor, Dr. Elizabeth Hoover. This is the course navigation tour video for Music 189. In this video, I'm going to explain how Music 189 is organized and also how you can navigate Canvas in order to access all of the materials and assignments you need to succeed in Music 189. If you're watching this video, you have already clicked on Modules and Getting Started, the first module. Students start here, first steps. After you watch this video, please make sure you check out the rest of the links under Getting Started and pay particular attention to course technical requirements. There's some videos to watch there that will help explain the textbook and how to engage with the online content of Music 189. So let's get started with our tour. If you click on Home, this takes you to the landing page for Music 189. You see this image and you're already interested. You're like, whoa, there's a dude playing a violin. Whoa, there is a crazy wig on this lady singing some hot jams and some dude conducting in front of a big ear. What could great ideas in Western music be about? In order to find out, watch this video. This video will introduce the general content as well as the objectives I hope you achieve by the end of the course. My instructor information is also provided on the landing page, as well as the module list. This course is divided into 6 primary topics: the elements of music, music and drama, music and form, music and virtuosity, music and nationalism, and music and experimentalism. We will spend 1 week on each module in this summer term. If you click on one of these modules, it takes you to the introduction to each module, and this is where you will want to start. You can see it says M1, Step 1, Read Module 1 Instructions. If we float on top of Module 2, M2, Step 1, Read Module 2 Instructions. This is where you will want to start in each week. Week 1, Week 2, Week 3, Week 4, 5, and 6. Also on the landing page, there are some helpful links to university resources, as well as expectations for certain assignments that use outside web sources, such as Norton for your textbook, YouTube, and Satori. Please read the course syllabus in order to understand how these are used in Music 189. So let's take a look at the syllabus. If you click on syllabus, this takes you to all of the requirements and expectations of online Music 189. My instructor information is provided at the start once again. Please note that the best way to reach me is by email. You can also leave a message via this phone number and I will be able to retrieve it later. But the best way to reach me is via email. I will not be in my office too often for the summer course in 230 CPA. But if you happen to be local or in the Oxford area and would like to meet for one reason or another in order to ask questions, this can be arranged. Please allow me 24 hours to 48 hours email turnaround time. Monday through Friday, I can usually respond to emails within a couple of hours, if not immediately. But on the weekends, I do need a little bit more time, at least about 24 to 48 hours. The syllabus includes a course description as well as the objectives. They are ordered from low-level thinking skills to high-level thinking skills. So in this course, I'm going to ask you to recognize works of music, as well as composers and performers who have significantly impacted histories of Western art music. That's a knowledge-based, a low-level skill. But by the end of the course, I also hope that you will be able to analyze parts of music and assess meaning, which is more evaluation. The required materials are listed in the syllabus. We have one required textbook, The Enjoyment of Music, An Introduction to Perceptive Listening, the shorter 12th edition. I do want to make a note here that to find out more about the textbook, please visit the technical requirements video in the first module. But I will briefly state that if you want to buy a hard copy, you certainly may, but please make sure that it is new, because you will need a new textbook to get a total access code. So the total access code is automatically included in hardback copies of the book, but you'll want to make sure it's new, because if you get a used textbook, someone will probably have already used the total access code. If you buy a used book, you can have the hard copy, but you will also probably have to buy a total access code. So what is this total access code? Well, this is required to access the listening resources and the online quizzes required for Music 189. You can buy a new textbook and it will already be there, but you can just buy total access and it will have everything you need for 50 bucks. All you have to do is click on anything in Canvas associated with the textbook and it will automatically prompt you via a screen to purchase it. This includes the ebook. It includes quizzes that are counted for grades in the course, as well as quizzes you might just want to take to test yourself outside of assignments required for the course. So I highly recommend just buying total access and doing everything online, especially given that this is an online course. But if you are more comfortable using a textbook, a hard copy of the book, please note that that is also an option, but you'll have to make sure you can acquire a total access code. The syllabus includes the same expectations on the landing page, but also your assignment descriptions. So the primary assignments for Music 189 include topic assignments, topic activities, online listening guide quizzes. This is related to the textbook, a cooperative critical listening assignment, film music report, concert comparison assignment, and a final project, which is called the Music History Timeline. In this course, there are no finals, no midterms. Instead, it's all project-based. I will show you where in the modules each of these assignments is further described. So this is just a basic introduction to each of the assignments in the syllabus. The syllabus also includes the grade policy information. It shows you how everything is weighted to add up to 100%. All assignments are just worth 100 points and it's weighted overall. The letter grades, my expectations regarding late work policy. So as an online course, I basically lock down all assignments after they're due. All of the due dates are provided on Canvas, so you'll know if something is coming up. You'll receive an alert via Canvas if you have that set up. I take academic integrity very seriously in this course. It does correspond to the Miami University policies in the student handbook. Cutting corners or cheating in the class will result basically in cheating yourself out of learning. It's my general philosophy. But I did want to highlight in particular that this course, we have no group projects. We do have cooperative learning where you'll be teaching one another, but you will not be working totally as groups together. So all of the assignments are completed individually. If there's any repetition in writing or answers to questions between student work, all students involved will receive a 0. Things are submitted via Turnitin, so I can see if people are repeating work within a semester or even across semesters, anything that's been turned into Miami. So please take note of that. In addition, most of the writing assignments in the course are experiential, so there's no style guide you need to follow. Instead, I want you to write in your own words about your own experience. And some of these things, there is no right answer to it. That is the beauty of Music 189. If I do suspect academic dishonesty, it will be handled under Miami University's Academic Integrity Policy found under Part 1, Chapter 5 of the Student Handbook. So please review this carefully so that you're familiar with the policy. If you are registered with Miami's Office of Student Disability Services, or SDS, I usually receive an email, but if you're in the process of registering, please just let me know. Email me so that I can make sure all the accommodations you need are taken care of. At the bottom of the syllabus, you'll see a course summary. This is where you'll see the primary due dates. It's also usually, if I click on the home page once again, and I know my face will be on the way, but if you're on the home page under Coming Up, you can see what's due. You can also click on View Calendar, in order to see what is due across the month. I will be scheduling things 2 weeks ahead of time. So right now I just have to the end of May all of the assignments. So you can see sometimes you have assignments due midweek. Other times you have assignments due on Sundays. You'll usually always have some type of assignment due on Sundays. But sometimes I'll need you to submit something midweek so that you can respond to one another in a response due later on Sunday. So that's the syllabus. Let's go ahead and move to modules. So the modules link is the most important link for the Canvas site for Music 189. So I've already pointed out the Getting Started module. This is the first module. Make sure you check out the technical requirements video here. We also have a module called Course Constants. So in Course Constants, these are recurring assignments or really important projects that have multiple steps, and I really want to make sure that you're clear on the instructions. So the first part of Course Constants, or tab, or if you will, link, is called Course Resources. This is where you can find a link to the music ebook. If you click actually on this link, first of all, it will take you to that prompt to buy the study space, the total access, and then you can purchase access for $50 to everything you need for the course. The streaming music link is also here. The listening guide quizzes, so you'll be completing these quizzes every week. And there is a little bit more instruction that you need to read through. So click on how to do Norton Inquisitive video, and you'll see I have created another video. My hair is slightly shorter because I did it a couple months ago. You'll get to see my hair changing as I've shaved one side, and this other side is just I'm trying to get it as long as I can without it being obnoxious. But go ahead and watch the online listening guide quiz video in order to understand that assignment. The cooperative critical listening assignment has multiple steps, so you'll want to watch all of the videos here that I provide explaining the assignment in detail because there are multiple steps. The concert comparison and final project are also listed. You do not have a musical meaning blog assignment in this course. So, as I said, there are 6 modules, and each module will take a week to complete. But once again, you have due dates not always at the end of the week, but sometimes in the middle of the week. So you'll kind of want to start, maybe go through everything on Saturday or Sunday before a week starts so you really know what to expect throughout the week. In each of the modules, you'll want to click on the first step. So within modules, I have organized everything by steps so that you can complete everything in the right order. So you'll see an introduction, a great little video. Each module has a video I produced in order to explain what is this module about. In general, the course is organized by topic, but within topics we do move chronologically and focus on specific genres of Western art music. So sometimes we will return to a time period we've already talked about in a different topic, and so I hope that you'll begin to make connections across topics. I always have module questions listed, as well as objectives for each module and the instructions. So this is probably the most important part of a module. You'll want to make sure that you begin with this instruction page, that's step 1, and then depending on the module, there'll be a different number of steps of activities, reading textbook content, reading or watching content from me, the professor, engaging with other types of assignments, and if assigned, the cooperative critical listening project. I also summarize all of the content you'll be going over, as well as exactly what I will be explaining, and the listening pieces that are important, that are associated with the Norton Inquisitive listening guides. For this first module, we happen to have an activity, but we don't have any discussions, and there are 2 assignments. So depending on the module, you may have certain activities, you may have no activities, you may have more discussions, you may have more assignments. It really depends on the topic at hand. All right, let me make sure I've talked about everything for a second. Yep, 1 module a week. Awesome possum. So that is an example of a module instruction page. Once again, for each of the 6 modules, there is a module instruction that you'll have to read through. Under modules, you'll see there are 3 more links. The first one here, these are assignments, these are discussions, and these are grades. You can click on these in order to get to an assignment right away, but you may not be able to complete it unless you're following them within the steps here. So you'll want to make sure that you follow the steps through the modules, and you don't really need to pay attention so much to the assignments and discussions. To access your grade, it's always available under grades. If you have any questions regarding the general organization of Music 189 by topic and then chronologically focusing on certain genres of music, or how you can navigate Canvas in order to find your course materials, or in order to understand how I have organized the course in order to make it fun and accessible and amazing, please let me know. I look forward to our semester together. Take care.